Hello, hello. On a Saturday night here on District. So happy to be here. See some people who have popped in here already. My name is Curry. I'm not new to District at all. Many of you may have probably seen me in other lives before in other marketplaces, but this is my first show on Virtual Antique Market, and I'm so excited to be here. And we're going to have some fun looking mostly at jewelry that it is all jewelry that I've purchased independently, kind of for, I'm out there sourcing. And so this is really just a jewelry haul, but me just showing it to you in a pretty jewelry box because that's just fun. I also brought a few littles just because I used to have an antique booth, and I've just, recently, not recently, probably about a year ago, I closed down two of my booths. And so I have a whole bunch of little antiques to kind of throw into these shows here and there. So hold on, let me find myself on the computer, and then I can tell you a little bit about myself. My computer is going to cooperate here. Come on already. So if anyone's there that can hear me, it would be hugely helpful if you gave me a thumbs up or something, just so I know that everything's coming through. I see we have Karen has joined the live, and then Deja Vu Vintage, as well as, let's see, some other names in here. Some other names, not of some people or new people for me. Hold on. Now I can turn my computer on. That was massively slow. Gosh, my computer is being super slow. Okay, well, I think we're up and running now. I got the volume turned off, and I think we're lined up. All right, so happy Saturday. It's been a while since I've done a live on a weekend, so I'm excited to be here. So there's a whole bunch of names in here that I have not met before, but I'm thrilled to see you guys. My name is Curry. I'm with Cherished Relics Boutique. Here's the name of my business right here. You can also see it right there, up there. I do part-time sales on eBay, mostly vintage jewelry resale. As well as, precious metals and gemstones and all that sort of thing. But I also have a YouTube channel for those of you who don't follow me yet, and you're interested in YouTube channel that is filled, hundreds of videos, I'm telling you. Hello, Deborah, coming over. How nice to see you from YouTube. Speak of the devil. My friend Deborah just popped in here from YouTube, who's a friend of mine on, that's usually where I talk to her. Now, Deborah, if you view through YouTube, just know you can't see the rest of the people in the chat because we're actually streaming through district.net. Hello, hello. Nice to see you, Karen. And so if you wanted to be able to participate in our chat, you could come over to www.virtualantiquemarketplace.com, I believe, and you can register for free. And then you'd be able to participate in the chat. But you're also welcome to stay right where you are if that's what you want. You just won't be able to see the other people in the chat, but that's okay. They can all talk to you and that sort of thing. But I'm loving seeing all these names of people that have popped in my lives over. I've been on District for a year in 3 months maybe, and I've done live sales in other marketplaces, and I'm so excited. This is my first one here. So there's a lot of people in here that are new to me, but your names are recognizable because I've seen you pop in my lives before. So I'm so happy to see everybody. And all right. So you got the whole spiel. My name is Curry. I do part-time sales. Go follow my YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Help me get there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a few littles that I'm going to show you periodically, things that sort of came from my antique booth. But mostly jewelry. So I am going to have a giveaway tonight, and you don't have to be in attendance to actually be able to win a giveaway. You just have to have purchased something. So every single time someone purchases something, I'm going to write their name down on a little slip of paper like this. Okay. And then those names are going to go into a jar. And then probably halfway through, I'll pick a name, and then I'll do it again at the end. but you don't have to be here. If you win, then it's just going to get sent with you. Hey, I know exactly who you are, Deborah. That's so awesome. Listening from Texas. Great. I'm so glad you can hear me okay. So these are the two giveaways that I'm going to do tonight. This is one of the things that I am running for auction today. It's an old, well, actually, I won't say what it is. Well, you probably will figure out what it is because all you have to do is go down to my store and you'll realize what it is. But this is actually an old Chinese brass enameled silk, it's used for ironing. Okay. Let me see the exact wording that I used in my listing. You just call it a silk iron. And basically what they used to do is they would put hot coals in here, which seems crazy when you have some beautiful, delicate things you want to iron. And then you would slide this along. Isn't that crazy? Most people see it these days and they just think it's a scooper or a trinket little container, but it's not. It's actually considered a silk iron. So that's one of the fun things I'm going to bring you tonight. But anyways, one of the giveaways, and these are a little tarnished, mixed kind of rose gold. This is, I think, 10 karat gold plated. The mark is on the little hinge. I have not cleaned them. Maybe I'll clean them when I get close to giving them away. But they are marked. So that's one of the giveaways. And the other giveaway are just some unbranded prong set, as you can see. And this is called screwback or twist back earrings, will be the other giveaway. So there you have it. And again, you don't have to be in attendance to be able to win those. Okay, so as I mentioned, there's a store down here. You can see exactly what we're going to be seeing tonight because I put everything in the store. And then, hey, Deborah, I don't know if you're going to be here long, but gosh, I wish I could make you a moderator for me. Sometimes people can go over. I have some friends that are already moderators, and if I'm having issues with trolls or anything like that, they can go take care of business over on YouTube. Sometimes people need to be put in timeout. We like it mostly when nice people come and watch intentionally, like Deborah. So there you go. Okay, so I think I'm just going to get started, and we'll enjoy the dig. So we're going to take a little visual tour here, and you can see some of the things. Mostly up here, I have earrings with some rings, a little bit of precious metals, some sterling silver, but mostly costume jewelry, but lovely vintage things. And then here we have necklaces and brooches, some multi-strand necklaces. Down here we have some bracelets and more necklaces. Really lovely pieces tonight. All right. So normally a lot of times in my lives I play games, but I'm not going to tonight just because I'm new in this. I'd rather focus on chatting with you guys since there'll probably be some new people in here that I get to meet than worrying about games. But a lot of times I'm known for, playing fun, word scramble, Wheel of Fortune, trivia, word puns. I'm a teacher too, so I can't help it. I have to do all those things. All right, so let's get started. I think that maybe I'll start with a beautiful buyer's choice with some gorgeous dangle earrings. And so these are the options. Of course, I lost one. There we go. And I'm going to bring this up for pre-bid. I mean, not for pre-bid. I don't mean that. You can't pre-bid on my buyer's choice. I'm going to bring it to the stage. Yes. Hold on. Let me find it. There's 58 things in here tonight, so I got to be able to put my eyes on it. There we are. And this is a great deal. This is a $7 buyer's choice. You can't really beat this. They're beautiful pieces. Okay. All gold tone. Okay. So one of the first option here is these filigree. Let me see if they're prong set. They are filigree prong set earrings here that are super long dangles. I can bring those up close for you. We've got a little bit of kind of mill grain texturing going on those little swirls. And if I use this, I might be able to zoom in really close so you can actually see those details. Sorry, I dropped one. So those are one of the options. Okay. Yes, you love to play too. That's what you do on Sunday. Well, if you guys are up for it, I can at least just grab something and we can do maybe some little visual puzzles. Those are always fun to do. So hold on. These are fun ones. And it doesn't require a lot of energy on my part when I'm trying to focus on other things. But this game is essentially, you have to, based on what you see, you're going to say a phrase, okay? I got to put all the number one easy ones in the front because you'll solve them super easy. Hold on, I'm getting them. I'm all up for games. I'm there with you, Karen. I'm all about it. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we'll start with one of these. And this is a level 1. So basically how these work is you look at the picture, and I'm just going to set them in the back. I'm going to explain it once, and then I'm going to focus on jewelry. And you guys can be playing the game in the background, and you can answer these by, just writing it in the chat. But what you do is you're going to look at the words here, the pictures, and it's going to make a word. And so you could probably guess what this is. It's raining cats and dogs. So you use the pictures to come up with the phrase. Okay. So those are fun, right? Okay. So you will probably solve these very fast, but I'll just kind of put them in the background and you can solve them if you want. Here's another set of dangle earrings. These are beautiful. These are all faceted glass. Yay. She's happy. Woohoo. All right. Good to know. Gold brass tone-ish, really lovely dangle cha-cha-ish on bar. You see they have bar links there, and really lovely wire twisting going on with the construction of these earrings. These are, hooks. Not hooks, yeah, I guess you could call them French hooks or whatever. And then the last choice, and this is a steal for these because all three of these are so lovely, but I wanted to make some really good deals tonight and have price points for people all over the place. And I've said this before, but I haven't said it to you guys because I've never been in virtual antique marketplace to do a live show before. But if you want to come to my shows and just watch, that's cool with me. I don't want anyone to ever feel pressured to purchase anything. Okay. But if you find something that you love, then, go for it because there's going to be some great deals. But for those of you that do bid, I wanted to have price points all over the place. So this is the third earring. You can see they're like links and they come down to, let me check and see if those are glass. And those are also glass dangles there. So I'm only going to put one earring of each up because that's all I can hold in my hand. And buyer's choice for one of these, really pretty. I assume you agree. Dangle earring options. So I'm running it now. This is a buyer's choice. You can pick any of the three. Gold tone with glass stones. Lovely, beautiful earrings for any takers. Amber colored glass, bar links with clear crystal, faceted as well, prong set, rhinestones in the last. Okay, cool. Thanks for taking a look at that. We are going to move on. So nobody has a guess, or is it too far away? Let me bring it closer. What do you think that is? Oh, I'm not going to show it. Maybe you just saw the answer. I was trying to look at it myself. It's a phrase for, sorry, I have to make it not fuzzy in the back. So again, you're using the pictures to solve. This is burning bridges. And they don't always go in order, but in this case, it does. So there you go. Oh gosh, this is a good one. Good luck solving that one. I'm going to have to bring it close first. and then I'll set it in the back. I know that's kind of far away, but you'll have to zoom in or something. All right, let me bring this, a lovely rhodonite stretch bracelet. Stretch is in great condition. It's got some very different, natural stone shapes. We got round beads plus these kind of half circle beads. Rhodonite is a natural stone and just beautiful. And for people who like pink, they'd love that kind. So again, when you put on stretches, it's important, like you can't really roll this one because a lot of times when you put stretches on, it's good to roll them on your wrist because you won't be as rough on the stretch. You can't really stretch this one, but the stretch on it is incredible. So this is an $8 start, rhodonite natural stone in excellent condition. I wouldn't sell one that wasn't in good condition. So there you have it. And it's, when it's unstretched, it's 6.5 inches. Thank you for looking at that. Okay. Let me show you an incredible, outstanding, gorgeous vintage tassel necklace here. Oh, Deborah, you figured it out. Oh my goodness. We got Deborah to come over from YouTube and she just popped in the chat. So everybody who's here, give Deborah a thumbs up or a hand clap. She's new on District and just popped over here because she knows me from my YouTube channel. So, so now, Deborah, you'll be able to see, you might even be able to go in and see, yay, welcome to VAMP. That stands for Virtual Antique Market. But we love it when people figure out how to get on over from YouTube because it can be a struggle for some more than others. Now, you don't have to bid, but if you wanted to bid, you will want to enter your credit card information. It will, there's prompts there on the screen for where you registered, but you don't have to bid. You can also just hang out, and that's free, and you just hang out. I forgot to say, my shipping is $5 for the first item, and then 50 cents thereafter, and then usually if it's about more than about $1 over my expenses for shipping, let's say you purchased a whole bunch of items and it didn't cost that much to ship, I usually refund the overages. So just be aware. So we have here faceted, let's see. Yep, those are glass, faceted glass, linked, wire linked. And then I believe that those middle ones are amber. I can turn off this light real quick. Hold on one second. But under black light, those will, hold on, let me zoom it in. You can see a change on those ones specifically. Okay. And then I think those are the only two on here that are amber, are those two. There might be an amber one here. Oh, there's one on the dangle right there. Okay, there is no, this is an unmarked or an unsigned necklace. Oh, come on. Cooperate with me. Light. And don't be shy, those of you that are here that haven't been to one of my shows, like Carolina Princess. Thank you for cheering on Deborah. But I don't know if your name is Carolina. I don't know. Sometimes, like, Karen's username is in her username, so it's really easy to remember who she is. But sometimes people's usernames are different. Hi there. Nikki, nice to see you. Welcome in. Sometimes people's usernames are different than what their actual name is. So if you want to share with me your first name, then I can call you by your first name. But you don't have to. It's whatever you're comfortable with. So we have all, chain link, beautiful tassel down here with, we've got textured gold tone as well as gold stone. You see them right there. Goldstone is a man-made bead, but it is still, they call it, it's not an actual stone, but it is man-made down there, as well as some faceted beads. Okay. So it comes down from the dangle there. And then, of course, I just showed you that there's amber in there. It comes all the way up, woo, to our spring ring clasp. Definitely vintage. I did a Google Lens search on this and I could not find the actual specific necklace, but let me put it on the neck here just for a second. Now, this is super long, and I believe I wrote it in the listing, but hold on one second. Trying to straighten this out here. Now, the only way I can show you this is to wrap it around the back because it is super long. Let me pull this up from my listings real quick. Give me 1 second because I wrote the measurement in there. 34 inches long. This necklace is absolutely stunning. Welcome in, Grady Grupo. Love that. Again, amber, faceted glass, all that. But because it's 34 inches, I can't just hang it naturally. So I just swung the top where you goes around your neck, around the back. But pretty extraordinary necklace. So anybody interested in that, I have a $28 start, vintage, beautiful condition, all the things we care about. These are amber here as well as there. Faceted glass. Beautiful loveliness for any takers on that. And we have 3 seconds left. Hey, Hope. I was thinking about you today, Hope, because I was actually had some bracelets in this show tonight that are nice and little, you know, like 6.5. And I wasn't specifically pulling them from you for you. It's just a haul video of stuff that I've purchased. But I think most of my bracelets, you can look at it in the store, are all 6.5, which is, you know, you and I both have really thin wrists. So it's nice to know sometimes that we have that option. Okay, you guys, okay, maybe you're not into the games, but or maybe you're not understanding how to do it. I don't know. But here it is. What this is little under the weather. I'm feeling a little under, get it? The word little is under the weather. Welcome in, Bear. See? Aren't those fun? I love these fun games. And I realize not everyone likes to play them, but some people love it. So I'll just keep putting them back there and you can play if you want. All right. I missed seeing it. That's okay. It's all good. I'll bring it close first and then I'll put it back there. You can it's probably exactly what your instinct says. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave that necklace right there and move on to something else. How about we do a lovely Coro brooch? Isn't she just so exquisite? She is marked Coro in the back. She's holding a little bit of like, flowers or daisies in her hand. The only one there's a few I could find on Google Lens that were about $40 listed price. But we can look here really close. And right underneath the edge of that pin it says Coro. Okay. So the gold tone on this is in excellent condition. So that's her. She's looking away, pondering her life. Or maybe she's just crying because someone gave flowers. I would cry if I got flowers because I rarely get them. But this one is a $19 start, signed Coro vintage brooch for any Coro collectors out there. But it is really beautiful. Again, here's the back. Okay. And thanks for taking a look at that. I'm going to move on to my little, jewelry haul here. One of these, fun things that are in the background. How about I do, I'm not going to get it off there, but I have a beautiful handkerchief. It's folded in half right now, but it's 12 inches this way, 12 inches this way. I just have it folded in half. And you can see it's got some crocheted edging there. It's very lovely. But I have that up for auction tonight. Just a beautiful little handkerchief, vintage handkerchief. Some people like to decorate with those, or they like to use them in. Oh, yeah, you got registered. Perfect. So now, Deborah, what you'll see. Let me give you a little tour around what a live video looks like. Deborah, are you watching on your computer or are you watching on your phone? Because I can help navigate you. Up in the corner, there's a little space here that has my little logo that says Cherish Relax Boutique. So if you don't already follow me, you can follow me there and I'll follow you back. You'll know when my lives are. And then down here in the corner, we've got the store of everything that I'm bringing up to auction tonight. So when something's purchased, it will come out of the store and you won't see it anymore. But when I've run an auction and nothing's purchased from it, it'll stay in the store, but you can't pre-bid on it. So that means that you will just have to ask me, hey, can you rerun blank? But all the other items that haven't run yet, if it gives you the option to pre-bid, people can actually go in and put a bid in ahead of time. You don't even actually have to attend the live and you can still be bidding on beautiful things. Sometimes people have other plans, blah, blah, blah. So definitely check out the store. I don't know if, Deborah, you're watching on your iPhone or if you're watching from your computer. I think when it's on the computer, it's somewhere up towards the top somewhere. To the left here, I have my computer. So, and that looks like the little icons up there. Oh no, that's not the store. Where's the store at? I don't know what the store looks like when you're viewing on a computer. Maybe someone can tell her. But the store is a little hut looking, and you can pre-bid. That's correct. You can pre-bid for items. You can put in what your max amount would be in case, like a lot of times people might not be here and they can pre-bid and actually not even attend the live and they can still win auctions. Okay. But you can pre-bid for the lowest price that it's asking, or you can put in a higher amount. And if on the iPhone, good, then your store is down here on the bottom right. Okay. You can, let's say there was a $5 item and you pre-bid $8 because that's the highest you're possibly willing to pay for that. If you go in and we start the live and it runs and you automatically bid with your $5 and no one else bids, then you will win it for $5. You're not going to pay the $8 max that you put in unless other people bid in addition and it goes back and forth. Okay. So just because you put in a pre-bid max does not mean you'll pay that much, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So you can check out what's going on in that situation. Okay. I think you'll get the hang of it. If not, there's other people who are pros in here who can explain all those details. Okay. So how about I bring, okay, why don't we do this one? We've got a gold-filled clasp. Gold-filled. I believe it's 12 karat gold-filled. And on these clasps, you have to look really carefully on these filigree clasps because I'm going to move into stage right now. A lot of times they're hard to see, but in this case, it's written right here on the side of the clasp. It's one of those fishhook clasps. And it's 14 karat gold filled, my bad. And so this is called, sodalite chips. The reason I know it's sodalite versus another blue, very common stone, which is lapis lazuli, is because when I look at this underneath my loupe, I cannot see any gold flecks, which is what you will definitely see in lapis lazuli. Sometimes you'll see more than others, but you've got a beautiful sodalite, chip necklace, 24 inches long, gold-filled chain. And I think just at trying to get this sale moving, I may go in and I think I might lower this. Woo, wild me, I know. I'm going to move it to a $9 start for any takers, and I'm running the auction now. And so you can look real close up there, and you've got all those chips, and they're all different in shape. That's how chips are. And I love people in here who know people that they know. So like Carolina knows Bug. And that's what the fun thing is about the chats and all these sales, is that everybody knows each other. Everybody talks it up and all that. So thanks for taking a look at that sodalite necklace. So again, nobody solved it. Come on, guys. This isn't hard. You got this. You got this. This is cold feet. You see? cold feet. Someone can get cold feet. Just fun little feature. I love all the games. So, okay. So let me bring, how about this just stunning vintage filigree little brooch here. It's about 1.25 inches wide. Now, when I bought this, I'll tell you, or when when it came into my hands, uh, I was like, oh my gosh, this must be sterling silver, And so I have my acids, and of course I test it for sterling. It's not. And then I think I tested it again for sterling because I couldn't believe it wasn't, and it's not. And then I tested it for gold, thinking it could be white gold. It's not. And then I thought, well, could it be platinum? Well, it's not going to be platinum unless those little rhinestones or glass pieces are actual precious stone, but they're not. So what you have right there in the center is just a little, a paste stone. It's just made of glass, but it's still very, very old. It's a beautiful brooch. Lovely. We've got a little C clasp on there. That's what the back looks like. But boy, does it have the look that it would be sterling, but it's not. But it's gorgeous, lovely. So if you're looking for a nice little dainty, but not precious metal, you can get it at a better price. It's got the look that gives you that beautiful filigree daintiness. So I'm going to start the auction now. I have it as a $12 start, and you can see it really close up there. Sorry for the yellow on my hands. All of us resellers understand you. And it is lovely. I agree, isn't it? I was shocked that it wasn't sterling when but anyways, all us resellers know we always end up with we were testing with acids and our hands turned yellow. So I apologize for all of that. But anyways, it is lovely. And I thought it was going to be something different than it was, but that's okay. That's okay. So thanks for taking a look at that. All right. I'm going to take this lovely necklace off that we looked at earlier. We can come back to that. If anyone pops in late and checks the store out and sees that they want me to rerun something, please don't be shy. I'm happy to rerun anything because a lot of times people don't come and stay the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to put another one up here and see if you guys can figure that one out. Come on, I know you guys can get these. And you got to pay attention also if they have one of something or if they have multiples of some, because it will affect the result of your answer, sometimes affecting it being singular or plural. Okay, so I'll let you ponder that. And I think I'll come back here and grab these really significant Napier. These are called comfort clips. They are twist back. You see that? You got our mark for Napier's right there, but they're also clip back. So they're way more, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. But think about how this is playing into that. But that is I love, Grady gets a big hands clap thumbs up for me because he participated. That's awesome. But think about, you got it. There you go. Now we're getting the hang of it. There you go. And there it's plural because there's more than one. Woohoo! I'm going right in the chat, right? Oh, I can't really. I'm on my computer, so I can't use all the funny little icons, but I can definitely go and say, woo, sorry. Who? There you go. I appreciate your participation. Anyways, comfort clip backs. These earrings are approximately 1.25, circumference or diameter. I'm sorry, diameter. And they are acrylic and gold tone, looks fantastic. Large, more statement earrings. There's like a kind of a rope textured kind of framing around those earrings. And I literally just have a $5 start on these Napier earrings. So if we got any Napier, collectors or anything in here, there you go. They're in great condition. There's your back. Gold tone looks fantastic. Here's your mark. And it's a little bit more of a little more modern Napier, but still vintage. Mark right there. So it looks like someone just went on vacation. Carolina Princess, what exciting place did you go to? Someplace that's going to make the rest of us wish we were there too. And you arrived at 5:30 in the morning. You took a red eye. Ouch. Okay. All right. So let me keep going here. Let me do. I've got lots of necklaces, so I got to do a lot of necklaces. Okay. So this is all. We've got a vintage, pretty unique looking magnetic clasp. Now, when you undo magnetic clasps, you had two vintage YouTube friends that came visit me for the weekend here in Texas. Yay! You're on YouTube also. I'm as well on YouTube. I'll have to go find you, Carolina Princess. Is that your username on YouTube? Because my username is Cherish Relics Boutique. We can find each other. I have a jewelry channel there as well. But don't you love how social media and, can bring people together? I hope you had an amazing time. Oh, that's so fun. I'm so jealous. That sounds like so much fun. Okay, so anyways, thank you for sharing. When you undo magnetic clasps on old jewelry, perfect. I will go find you and I'll follow you. Okay, and you can find me as well. That's great, and I'll check you out. So I love us being able to support all our YouTubers too. The best way to undo them is to twist them, to pull them apart. Don't just pull them straight apart, because sometimes the magnet can be so strong that it'll pull at, your other jump rings and things like that, and it'll break your necklace. Okay, so we have on here all natural stone. It looks like most of them are either a quartz, agate, or a jasper. All would fall under quartz on the gem tester. Thrifter, junker, vintage. I think that's Misty. Thanks for popping in. Anyways, so that necklace is a 16-inch. I did test the gemstones on a gem tester. And again, hold on, let me pull up my listing for us. I think it's 16 inches. Don't have any marks for precious metal. Hey, how are you? Good to see you, Misty. Hey, my friend, Carrie is here from my Zumba class, who lives locally. So anyways, this necklace, I'm going to keep my thing turned that way. Yeah. So jasper is a kind of stone that if a lot of times people wonder, what's the difference between, jasper or an agate? They both fall under quartz when you test them. But one quick way that you can test it and kind of find out or differentiate between the two is agates they are translucent, which means partial light can pass through them. Now, this one might actually just be a quartz. I'm not sure, but there are some others on here that definitely might be agates versus jasper, which is opaque. No light passes through it. Nice to see you, Chrissy. And I'm so glad you came. So anyways, this has just got a circle links on it. And yeah, and so that's a lovely little dainty necklace. You could use it for layering, and it's just an $8 start. And Miss Misty, she gets a big clap because she started us off with a bang there. Our first purchase of the night. Woohoo! An $8 start. And Misty is looking at that. Again, Misty, I don't know, you might have popped in late, but it has a vintage magnetic clasp, actually, but it's a very vintage clasp. And it looks like that's going to her. So thank you so much. I appreciate that bit and you popping in, because I know I think you have guests maybe this weekend or something going on, but that's what it's looking like. Okay, so there's lots of different types of jasper. Oh my gosh, I have a whole chart of them. I'm not going to sit there and name them all for you, but we will get you going. So let me give you guys another puzzle to do here in the background. Here it is. You're going to use those visual pictures, and it's going to create a phrase. Let's see if someone can figure that one out. You just write it in the chat while I get her going here. So Misty, then I sent you a message a little bit early. You got it. Nikki got it super fast. We got some bright people in here. That is fruit punch. Now we got the hang of it. Yay, hand claps for you. Multiple people in there. Yes, I love games as well. So that's kind of what I like to do. A little bit to just mix things up. So Misty, I was sending you a few messages on District today, but and I was also, putting in all my social media stuff to get, ready for tonight, putting in advertisements and things like that, and I wasn't able to put in like I know that www.virtualantiquemarketplace.com brings you to, I guess, your your Facebook page that's linked to your district platform or marketplace here. But for some reason, I couldn't tag you on there. I was able to tag you on Instagram. I don't think I was able to tag you on YouTube, but I put it in all the places. So if you look at my message, then you can help fill me in there. So anyways, I'm literally just going to write Misty because I know that she is, I don't want to write out the whole username, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, but I do love the username. Anyways, thank you for that. And we're going to move on. All right, so let's see here. We got any takers? I got to grab you another one. I'm sorry, I'm falling down on my job. All these ones that we're starting with are like level 1, so they're a little bit easier. Sorry for the ring light. So that's the next one. You can work on that while I pull another thing to look at here. So how about we do another buyer's choice with some really beautiful natural stone earrings here. 2 of them are sterling silver. One of them is not. But I'll explain each one and go through it. One of the choices in this buyer's choice, you can tag Virtual Antique Marketplace on Instagram. I already did that. I got that part figured out. But for some reason, connected to because I have a Cherish Relics Boutique Instagram and a Cherish Relics Boutique Facebook and Cherish Relics Boutique eBay and a Cherish Relics Boutique YouTube. But for some reason, when I was on Facebook, I wasn't able to pull up the link, to be able to tag that in it. So I don't know. I maybe because I hadn't joined the group yet, but then I went and joined the group or followed it, shall I say? I don't know. I'll figure it out, or someone can explain to me after the fact. These are natural pearls, just little freshwater pearls. And for those of you that are new to jewelry, let me give you a real quick, thing that you can check. You don't have to take pearls and rub them on your teeth. A lot of times this jewelry can be dirty, but if you have 2, you can very gently, because you don't want to damage your pearl, but you can rub it just ever so slightly together and you'll get a little bit of grittiness. And that will tell you that it's a natural pearl. Now, whether or not they're Akoya or they're Baroque or they're Rice or that's done visually, but sometimes I have a hard time telling the difference between Akoya and let's say, pearls that are, cultured pearls, because they can all be so consistent in size. Anyways, these are sterling silver, and that's a big quartz nugget. So that's choice number 1. These are also 925 leverback. Those are nephrite jade that I tested. And then this is just showing up as glass, but it's a very interesting glass because look, it's got some interesting colors swirling through. I was sure it would be a quartz, but my gem tester is just not telling me that. So anyways, it's possible it could be a quartz, but right now, all I can guarantee is that those are definitely jade. So that's choice number 2. And then here's the last choice. How fun are these earrings? Those, again, are a natural pearl. These are sort of artisan made. You can see how wire wrapping is used when they made these earrings. Natural, freshwater pearl in the center. And it kind of looks like moonstone in the way, the glowiness that it gives you. I don't think moonstone shows up on a gem tester, but it doesn't show up as quartz. That I know. So all I know for sure is they're pearl. And these are not sterling silver. I checked those, but they're still gorgeous dangle earrings. So I'm just going to put one of each up here on my hand. But you can't go wrong in any of those beautiful choices in this buyer's choice. So let me pull it up for you. And maybe someone solved my puzzle. Did anyone try to solve this one yet? Processing that. Okay, so these are gorgeous earrings. I cannot express to you the quality and the beautifulness. It was hard to see. No problem. I can maybe I can, you know what I'm going to do? I have a little stand that sometimes I just plop it in the middle of things and it'll bring it closer. So give me a second. I'll grab them for you. Welcome in Newton's Patchwork. Okay, so here we go. Natural stone, buyer's choice, lovely earrings, freshwater pearl, all that. Two of them are sterling, but it's buyer's choice right now, and the auction is running. So they're just all beautiful, gorgeous. I love all of them, but I think even though this is the one pair that's not sterling, these might very well be my favorite. Certainly the most unique to me. Okay. So I appreciate you guys taking a look at those and watch what I'm going to do to help us out, because it's hard for me to see it too. But if I just plop this down right in the middle of the stuff, it will bring it closer. And then I can go down. How's that? Is that a little better? All right. Just trying to make it work. And you got it, Nikki. Awesome. 5-star restaurant is it. We got pros here. There you go. Good job. Good job. Okay. So I'm going to put another one up there. And I'm going to keep on going. Keep on plugging along. All right. Welcome in those that are popping in. Yay. Hand clap. Nikki. Woohoo. Anybody who pops in, and obviously a whole bunch of items are in my store. So if I've already run something and you want me to rerun it, don't be afraid to, reach out, shout at me. All right. So how about I do this one? So this is a beautiful textured, a ball bead necklace, gold tone. I did find one that looks almost identical to this that had a hang tag of Trifari. There's no hang up, but the clasp was a spring ring on the one I found. But this one looks almost identical to that one in the beads, in the way that they're textured. But gold tone is looking fantastic on this necklace. I'm going to put it up here on the neck so you can see. It's pretty heavy. Great for layering. We'll go with anything, as you know. We're not limited to any certain color. And talking, trying to find it. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So, the one that I found that was Trifari was, comping out at about $35, $40. I think I found one for $37. Again, this does not have a Trifari hang tag, but it looks just the same, and the quality is, excellent. So I'm going to start the auction now. That one was a $14 start. It's a 22-inch necklace. And again, you can see the texture of those beads there. Nice and heavy, and the gold tone looks fabulous. Could wear that with anything. Kind of like, how we have all those staple kind of things in our jewelry that, All right. So thanks for taking a look at that. And I'm going to move on. I think I might do a little teeny lot. How about that? Just a whole bunch of earrings that are going to be sold together. Okay. So let me pull this up and bring it to stage real quick. If you give me 1 second. Okay. So literally for all 3 of these earrings, it's $5. So these are not branded, but they're an excellent. Actually, I take that back. The other 2 are marked Coro, but the Coro mark is so hard to read that, I never trust that. Cause it says it, but it's hard to read it. So anyway, so we've got sort of a textured green, button clip on earring there. And then again, both of these next two, they're comfort clips, which just mean you can twist back them as well as tighten them. You can tighten the screw back portion of it, but then you can also, they're worn as a clip back. You can adjust it to you personally. And this one is also marked with Coro, just very hard to see. I don't know why that wouldn't have been written super well, but all the gold tone looks great on these. And for all three of them, a whole lot versus all of them, it's $5. So just some fun clip-on vintage earrings for any takers who are looking to get some extra clip-on gold tone earrings. The auction is running now. And there they are in the back. Hello, welcome in, Vintage Girl Erin. I don't need to ask your name because I'm assuming it's Erin. Thank you for looking at those. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Okay. So the puzzle back here, I hope that brought it closer to, and you got it, Karen. She's on top of it. It is 3 times a charm. Good job. And sometimes, yay, they can't get words like the or, all those in-between words in this. So there's some things you have to assume, 3 times the charm, 3 times a charm. I think that's the same thing. Great. You got it. Perfect. All right. You'll probably get this one fast too. I'll bring it close and then we'll move it back there. Okay. So how about we look at this, these beautiful postcards. I guess you want paper kind of goods, antique goods. It's called ephemera. I haven't sold a lot of that, but I had a lot of these things in the back that are not jewelry stuff, but they're kind of littles came from my antique booth. I had closed. So I always like to bring some other things in here. Now these are going to be a buyer's choice. Beautiful, and it's hard for you to see it, but the texture, there is a texture on these postcards. It's a different quality. You know how some paper can be textured. It's got a really nice texture to it. But so we have that's one that's azalea and palms in Florida. And we have the Governor's Mansion in Columbia, South Carolina. Okay, yes, you would refer to them as linen. Thank you for filling me in on that. It has a linen texture. Perfect. And this looks like on the highway in Virginia. And then we have more of Palms, Florida, Miami Beach, Florida, and Ocean Twilight in Atlantic City. And none of them have been used before. So they're all, but they are vintage, beautiful ones. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a buyer's choice here of any of those you might be interested in. For sometimes it's fun to use something like this for like a tag on a gift to somebody, or sometimes I also have in the past framed some. Like I have some postcards that my parents live in Australia, and in one of my visits years ago, I bought some really cool postcards of different Australia. I think it was the same picture of the same location in all 4 seasons. And then I took those 4 postcards and I framed it, and it's on my wall. And it reminds me of my visit, seeing my parents in Australia. And it was like the same location, whatever. It might have been Manly Beach, or it might have been the Sydney Opera. I don't remember which one, but it must have been one that had trees around it, because you can see it in all 4 seasons. So I just thought that was a cool thing. So these are buyer's choice. And it's a, $2 buyer's choice. So for anyone interested in some linen textured cards. Yes, Karen, I definitely have seen people do that, or clip-on earrings, and they kind of, it's just a beautiful way to display it. I love that idea. 100%. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see if I can get this put back in here so My whole stage doesn't fall apart, but there we go. All right. Very good. Did anyone get this yet? Let's see. Did someone write it? No one wrote it. Oh, they did. Cheryl, Shiny Squirrel got it. Say cheese. That's exactly right. Good job. Good job. Excellent. Okay. I hope you're having fun, Deborah, watching for the first time on District. Anyways, you'll probably figure this one out. And I'll just set it there and I'm going to keep going. All right. I have a buyer's choice here of some vintage glass pearls. Okay. I think I have 2 strands here. Let me grab this other strand. Out knocking my thing over. I'm going to bring that to the front. It's going to do me better at the front. Okay. You got it. Fork in the road is it. Perfect. Good job. Okay. So now I'm sure many of you in here are already resellers who already know this, but I'm speaking to the people who might be new to jewelry. But when you're out there exploring and you're trying to figure out what it is you have that you're trying to decide if you want to buy, one of the ways that you can tell on whether or not, these are faux pearls, but there's 2 kinds of faux pearls. You can have a faux pearl that is acrylic and then it has been painted with, paint to give it the look of it, the fluorescence that pearls get. Or you can have pearls that are glass pearls. That glass pearls are heavier, and glass pearls would be cold if you put them against your cheek, okay? Now, so would actual pearls. Now, both of these necklaces here are hand knotted, as you see there. They also both have unique forms of box clasp. This one, even though it's not the shape of a box, but it's the clasp goes into that one right there. And then this one's actually Trifari. It's a smaller beads, but an older Trifari mark for sure. But again, that one goes into that. But you see, real pearls versus glass pearls, they're both going to be cold and they're both going to be heavy. But the thing is, with these, compared to the pearls I showed you earlier, when I rub them gently together, you don't want to do it hard because you don't want to rub things off, like if it is a painted one, and it's just slippery. You don't get any grittiness, and this would be a glass pearl. And you can also hit them together and you can hear that they're glass. Okay. So these are glass vintage necklaces in great condition, hand knotted faux pearl necklaces, one in sort of a black pearl style, and the other one is more like a kind of a grayish, champagne-y kind of color. Okay. Let me pull up my listing. Sorry, I've disappeared for a second. I just got to get these pulled up. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to give you a great deal here. And I did not mean for that to be able to say allow pre-bid updating. Okay, so this buyer's choice, moving to stage. These are a $9 start. One of them is the Trifari glass necklace, okay, is about 24 inches, okay. And then the gray ones with bigger faux pearls is about, I would say, 19 inches, okay. So those are the 2 options. I'm going to start the auction now if anyone's looking for a quality hand knotted glass pearl. There are some options for you. We got 9 seconds left. And they're in great condition. I agree. Thanks, Karen. All right. Thanks for looking at those. Here's your next one, guys. See if you can figure that out. Okay. I'll put it back there. You can ponder that. Okay. So let me bring let's see here. How about we do this beautiful, this is like it is Hot Dog. Miss Thrift Shop's on top of it. Woohoo. Hot Dog is it. You got it. Some people might have thought it was Fire Dog, which of course, I guess that could officially be Fire Dog, but it was Hot Dog. You got it. Good job. Now, eventually, when we run out of the number ones, then I will go to number two difficulty, and then you will be a little bit more challenged. They won't come as easily, but these first ones are probably pretty quick. Okay, let me put that up because I know the chat's going on down here, at least on an iPhone. So I usually try to bring things up towards the top. Okay, so I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. I've never known how to. I don't know if it's a French pronunciation. I don't know, but it's Dauplaise. It's Dauplaise. I've had lots of this brand in all the vintage inventory that I have. Now, I believe when we have some, we already have Moonlight. You got it. She's on it. Woohoo. Good job. These are just a jasper, a very heavy jasper. We do have some wood beads on here, like those are wood beads. But I believe these are amber, or at least it's giving the appearance of amber when I shine it under a black light. Now, I'm not going to turn out all my lights, but I'll turn off that one. Amber will give you like a sort of it kind of looks like a milky blue or a milky green, milky yellow. I don't know. It kind of, I guess more milky yellow, millow green. And I think those are amber. Okay. So we've got some mixed kind of stones going on that necklace. It's a statement necklace. It's super heavy. Okay. I already pulled it up. It's a 19-inch necklace. And so we're not all in the dark. Let me get my light back on. There we go. Okay. Let me let you look at close before I hang it up for you. We've got, it's marked with the brand up here on its clasp right there. Okay. And that's how it's looking on the neck. So you can see it right there. It's a really nice statement necklace, natural tones, all the like. Now, the comps I found, especially ones that had, not all this brand necklaces did I find have natural stones in it, but this, so I compared it to other ones that had natural stones, possibly amber. I don't know what kind of amber, if it is amber. All I know is it's flashing like it could be. I know you can have man-made amber. I don't know if that's reconstituted amber. I don't know, but I can't tell you anything about the kind of it. All I know is that necklace does light up, and it's a beautiful one. So I think the comps I found were for natural stone ones of this brand, heavier ones were close to mid-40s. So I'm going to start the auction now on that. For anyone interested, let me bring it a little closer. You can see. All right. We've got 8 seconds left. And I appreciate you looking. Hey, Mel. Woohoo. Coming from YouTube. Hey, Mel, just stay there. And I bet you I know why you came from YouTube, so you would not be tempted to pie. I know sometimes that's a good, I don't know if that's for sure why, but it might be. But since you're already there, be my, person in case we have any problems with, any trolls, I mean. And I hope you're having a great weekend. Nice to see you, Mel. I think I already have you set up as a moderator over there. So if we have any issues, you can take care of it. What do you mean you couldn't find me anywhere else? Okay, I'm confused. What do you mean? Because tonight, my show is in the virtual antique marketplace. So if you were trying to find me in another marketplace that I've sold in, I wasn't there. You are correct. But you know how you can always, if you're not sure which marketplace I'm in, whenever you're trying to, and this goes for any reseller that you're trying to find, that you're trying to view that has a live show coming up. And let's say you go in, it might be the situation that you couldn't find me. She probably didn't know I was doing it out of a different marketplace. So she was like, where in the heck is it? I don't see it where I usually find her. Well, if you go to my actual profile for me on District and you click on my live section, it will show you all my lives, no matter what marketplace I'm in, and then you would be able to find me. So you might want to try that on a different device and see, because it's concerning if in general you couldn't find me. but I must not have looked closely enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely in there, but I didn't have my normal pink background. Lately, I've been trying to the day of update the pink one that I always put when I just kind of first, sign up for a live. But then the day before, the day of, sometimes I'll take a picture of the actual stuff and you'll have a different picture in it. So maybe that's why you didn't see it. So anyways, yeah. So tell me if you're able to find it. I'm sure everyone else here, and I see me in virtual antique marketplace because I'm following along on my computer. Yeah. So anyways, I'm glad you said that because someone else could have had the same issue and now we know. So it's all good. Okay. Let's keep going here. I'm going to give you another puzzle here. That one's like the easiest ever. You see, we'll sit here and we'll fly through some of these and then we'll get to the level 2 ones. How about a very, kind of standard style of a Japanese, Japan-made multi-strand necklace? Let's see. Oh, no problem. I really appreciate you popping in, Karen, and hanging out with us. And you have an awesome night, whatever awesome plans you have. Okay, so I got to get it flipped around. Okay, so it's triple strand. We have a textured kind of, metal works there. It is a hook clasp. It's marked Japan right on here. Okay. And it's got just faux acrylic pearls. These are not glass acrylic pearls with little gold tone spacer beads. And then we've got some of those that are like silk covered beads. Those are faceted glass with filigree caps. And then we've got some textured gold tone beads on here as well. So I think the shortest length on that, let me pull it up in my thing. I don't know that I actually measured the shortest length, but I can do that now. It's probably pretty short. We're looking at 14 inches to 16 inches based on where you put it on the, on the extender. But I'm just going to pop this up here on the neck so y'all can see it. So I guess you call that kind of cascading. It's sort of graduating, not from high school, but graduating, meaning it's getting bigger. See how these beads right here get bigger as you go down? That's called graduating. And then we have a multi-strand. And then cascading means that these lengths are different lengths. Lots of words to use. Hey, thanks. Oh, I don't know if you're saying goodnight to her or her to me. I didn't know if you were heading out too, Grady. But anyways, yeah. And I think I'm going to change the starting bid on that to 6. Deal of the night for a beautiful signed Japan multi-strand necklace. So the auction's running now, and there you go. You can get a little bit closer up look here. It's in great condition. And there we are in the back. All right. And we've got, there you go. Thanks for looking at that. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, I got to write down Misty's name for the giveaway. I forgot to write her name down. So every time someone purchases something, their name goes into my little giveaway thing. And then I will draw like halfway through tonight. And then I also will draw again at the end. You do not have to be here to win the giveaway, but it's the names of people who purchase, their names go in there. So, but if you purchase once or 4 times, the name just goes in there once tonight. Sometimes I do it differently. Okay, this is a WM, like William Rogers, silverware, silver-plated jewelry. It's like, I don't know, it was probably a fork or I don't know what it was before, but you can see the brand, the Rogers written there. Let me get so we can get a little closer there. It's written right there. So they call it silver plate. And so that means, although I have not touched this, it is tarnished. You can clean a lot of that tarnish off probably all of it, because you can. It's silver plated. You can still clean it like tarnish. So I have a pretty thin wrist. This is an actual 6.5. So for my little wrist, it works good for me. I'm going to put it, it's hard to put it on next to my watch. Let me put it on this side. So we've got, and because it's this, you can also push it to even make it a little bit tighter. So there's that one. So I believe it's 6.5. I'm not sure. Let me find it. I'm struggling finding it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have too many stuff listed here, I guess. It's probably right friggin' at the top. Okay, so I'm moving this to stage. I have a $9 start on it. And that's what it's looking like. Yes, it does say 6.5. So there you go. Thanks for sharing, Curry. Good night. Hey, take care. I'm so glad you came over, Deborah, to come hang. It's an easier, nice way to be able to watch these lives. Have a good night. I'll see you later, Deborah. Okay, so I'm starting the auction on that. For anyone takers on the gold plated Rogers, like A.W. Rogers, like silver. We got 5 seconds left. And thanks for looking at that. Okay, did anyone get this? I don't see anybody. I failed that in school. Mrs. Thrift Shops, what did I say that made you say I failed that in school? Doing picture puzzles? I missed that. Sorry, I missed your comment. I checked. You are not in the live streams on my phone. Vintage Vault is live. Are you sure you follow Vintage Virtual Antique Marketplace, VAMP, Mel? Because I know I'm in the live stream, because like I'm streaming it on my computer right here. So let me show you. I'm going to close this. That's so strange. I don't know why. Let me come into Lilyworks here. But I got to go in a different marketplace. So right here, Virtual Antique Marketplace. Sorry, it's taken a second. That's another marketplace that I've sold in. Great. And if you come to live streams, there. And there I am. So I don't know why you're struggling with that. So strange. Oh, the guessing game. Okay. But you might get this one. This one's easy. It is a car crash. Oh, you were in the wrong place. Okay, well, perfect. I'm glad I mentioned it. Okay, so that one's car crash. All right, perfect. So I have some vintage brooches here. This is a buyer's choice. Okay. Let me pull it up real quick. These are not sterling silver, although they do kind of look it. They're definitely vintage. In one of these, actually, the center has some, abalone. And we all know abalone is going to become harder and harder to find because they're no longer allowed to be used in harvesting for jewelry or whatever the case. I keep passing it. Sorry. I am coming back to you, I promise. I'm just trying to find it in my store. Here it is. And move to stage. All right. So this first one, it's like got a pin inside of a pin. So it's like it's got the center pin that is attached with prongs. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, no, it's attached with wire to this outside thing. So this might have been artisan made. It's possible, but that's how it looks. And it moves because it's just attached to wire. There's Mel. There, she got it figured out. Okay, awesome. That is abalone there in the center. And we've got some, kind of embossed texture on this circle brooch, which is about 2¼ inches wide. And then I have this brooch, very dimensional. That's a faux pearl acrylic, so it's got like a center of a flower with a little stamen sticking up and some leaves, like a little wreath brooch. But these are a $7 buyer's choice start. It is fun to learn about jewelry, and I am in no way an expert. I learn so much from this jewelry community, let me tell you. But sometimes when I'm doing my lives or I'm doing my videos on YouTube, I try to talk a little bit about the tricks of the trade or the way to figure things out for those that aren't as familiar with jewelry, because then, just like you said, they can learn a little bit about it. So I'm starting the auction now. This is a buyer's choice, and $7 start for either of those vintage brooches. Oh, that's okay, Mel. I just knew there must have been a reason, because I know now if you had gone into my actual profile, you would have found it immediately, because if you just went to my live, it would have taken you there. But the way you were probably trying to enter it is you were probably doing it through, oh, you know what? This might have been part of it too. Hold on. Oh, it was. I was supposed to offer that one too. It's a little mother brooch. I might run that again. Sorry about that, guys. So if the buyer's choice includes the rhinestone textured vintage, sorry, it's got all its rhinestones. Just a very, yeah, I would say a silver tone mother brooch. So I'm going to restart that and start again, because I forgot to pull that one out there. No, not through YouTube. I'm saying go to my profile on District, and if you go down to my live section, then you can see you could enter through that as well, and it would have taken you directly here. Even if then you wouldn't have had to even figure out which marketplace I was in, if that makes sense. But I'm so glad you said something, Mel, because I'm sure that's not uncommon for people. This is Car Crash. If y'all didn't know, I'm sure you probably already figured that out. Okay. This one's probably pretty simple too, but let's see if anyone wants to take a stab at that picture puzzle. And I'm just going to keep on going in the back. So let's do, how about a gorgeous mother of pearl? Oh, multi-strand necklace here. It's 3 strands coming from the top. We've got sort of coin, oval, mother of pearl, alternating with, it is hand knotted all throughout. But then when they get down to a certain level, they split to 2. That one splits to 2. That one splits to 2. Okay. It's got a button clasp looking like that. And so on the neck, let me make sure I have this flipped right. It is looking like that. Stunning, beautiful gorgeousness. Okay. So, mother of pearl is in fact shell, because it comes from, that's also going to feel cold. And people don't usually need to check mother of pearl, because, you either know it's mother of pearl or not. But you can still get that grittiness, but you don't really need to do it with those, because everyone recognizes mother of pearl. Oh, I got it, but I got the notice from YouTube. Okay, because so in my YouTube advertisement that I did, Mel, it should have had a link that should have brought you directly in here. Maybe you didn't try to enter it from YouTube, because I did have a link on there. Hold on, we're going to solve this problem. Give me 1 second. Hold on one second. And you followed that. And the next time I will do just what you had suggested by going to my page, right? Because maybe it would be confusing uh, on where to find me. But here's my YouTube page for those of you who haven't visited me on YouTube or followed my page. Here we are. No, I don't want to share a channel. Sorry, no. So here's my YouTube channel, okay? And but again, where you saw my advertisement for tonight was in my posts here. And then in here, I think there was a live link to the live stream. So Mel, if you had gone in and clicked that, it would have brought you straight to it. But you probably just looked at it and said, oh, she's on. And then you just went in and tried to look in a different marketplace. So it makes complete sense. So there you go. But anyways, for those of you who don't follow me here on YouTube and you love unboxings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls, a little bit of educational, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. Well, I shouldn't say hundreds and hundreds. I have a couple hundred, as well as a lot of live streams that I've done. So lots to check out. Yeah, so if that's kind of content that you're interested in, go check me out there. All right, we're going to keep going on this beautiful necklace. Let me pull it up. Trying to find it. Thanks for your patience. And again, I'm happy to rerun anything you'd like if you just holler at me. You see, I go through all that and I find it literally at the top. This necklace is stunning. It is beautiful. It's cold. It's heavy. It's hand knotted. It's all the things. There you go. It's a $28 start on that. And it's beautiful. And I think that the shortest strand is 18. It's got a beautiful button clasp there in the back. We got 10 seconds left. See? That's what it's looking like. A nice statement necklace for anybody interested in that. I appreciate you looking. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. Did anyone get this one? Any guessers? On the word puzzle there? Okay, so let's do another necklace here. Thank you for looking at that beautiful one. I swear, it's so like, you understand why people make the ASMR kind of, people who are doing, relaxing videos because of the sound that you get, tactile. It also feels like I understand it, especially when you're holding something beautiful like that. Definitely gives you the, relaxation people are looking for. All right. Well, right, but I am on YouTube, so you should have. But take a screenshot of it and send it to me. It should be just what I pulled up to show you. No, the notice from YouTube stated you were starting a live. Oh, you got it, Carrie. That's it. Woohoo! Lighthouse. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so you got not my posted notice. You got a notice that because you follow me on YouTube, hey, I'm about to go live. And that's how you realized I was going live. I understand. And that notice didn't have any links in it because it was sent by YouTube. I totally understand now. I get it. Okay, so a beautiful vintage, gorgeous necklace. We've got a obviously spring ring clasp there, faceted glass with some little seed beads in there, amber in color, black, jet black, and some clear ones as well. And then we have some frosted glass ones. These are still glass, but they're frosted. And we come down and more frosted glass. Those are a little bit more shaped like, those are round, those are more oval. and we come down and it just kind of alternates. So I think it's possible this could be check glass. Now, I can't confirm that, but just from my experience at seeing a lot of vintage necklaces, this is old and just gives me that feel. So if I showed it to my friend Hannah here, who's a friend of mine on YouTube, she is like my glass guru. She would be able to confirm for me, in fact, what that is. But when I go on and I look at other vintage necklaces that are similar to that, okay. So I'm going to bring this to stage, and so it is 26 inches, possibly Czech, don't know, or it could be West Germany, or it could be, I don't know, there's other places it could be made. But it's not like Murano glass or anything. But anyways, I doubt it's Austria, maybe either Czech or, so I'm going to start the auction now on that beautiful necklace. Okay. A longer one, definitely a good one for layering for sure. So thank you for taking a look at that. Welcome back in, Bear. I don't know where everyone disappeared to. It went from 5 to 11 to 4 to 12. It keeps changing. That's so funny. I guess when you have this many people in a marketplace, because from what I understand, Vamp has a good 45,000 people in there. The amount of live people who come into the live can change really easily. Okay, here we go. There's your next one. There's your next one. How about we do this little guy back here? So this is a beautiful vintage enameled, like compact mirror. Okay. It's got like the scene of like hunters and that sort of thing. When I've gone on, I definitely find some comps up into the hundreds, but I was trying to find kind of the lower comp that I could find of this exact pattern, which I think was a $55 listing comp. But a lot of them are up in the hundreds. So you can understand my price point here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to stage. And just as I said earlier today, I really try to make my shows so it's a good mixture price point wise of higher price points as well as lower price points. Just, everyone has a different, what they're looking for. But it's looking like this on the inside, and it says patent pending Volupte, whatever that brand is. I have it written in the listing. And so, so I guess your little pad goes there. And then under here might be where you have your powder. But to be honest, I have no idea how to open it. There we go. I figured it out. Woohoo. But there's no powder in here now. But that's how, and it's fully functional, fully working. Now this is the front, looks the best. The back looks like someone put like a glass on it and left it there for a year. That's what it looks like. I can't explain any other reason why we would have this ring here, but this is the front. So anyways, I'm going to start the auction now for anybody who is interested in that type of vintage item. It's definitely cool. Sorry, I'm eating strawberries. I have not eaten all day. I apologize. Okay. And we got 1 second left. And thank you for looking at that, guys. Okay. All right. Any guesses on this? I'm going to lower it. Okay. Don't think of physically what that is. Think of where that is. That'll help you solve it. Because if you're trying to use the word wave, you'll struggle. Okay. So, let's do another buyer's choice here. Oh, I think I'm going to do these actually. Hey Val, how you doing? Good to see ya. Happy Saturday. Okay, so we're looking at these two. Obviously, they are very different brooches, but price point wise are the two that I was going to put together in a buyer's choice. Neither of them, they're both unsigned. In this kind of leaf open work rhinestone brooch. Those are glued in. They're not prong set. So just they kind of made to look prong set, but they're not. And the length of that brooch is about almost 2.5. Okay. And then we have our little, I guess he's kind of like a clown. At first I thought he was a scarecrow, but he's not. Enameled gold tone. But I guess he's a type of clown. I don't know. Maybe he is a scarecrow. Maybe it's a fall brooch. But I do not see a brand on the back of him. Oh, it has a brand. It says Umala, Umala. It's right there. My bad. Okay. So that one's branded. That one's not. But it's a buyer's choice, $6 start. So it is a scarecrow then, I believe, which is perfect for the fall. Even though, you know, we're quickly getting through the fall before we know it. We've got 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and thank you. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to grab this huge necklace back here. So this one, where is that? It's not the ocean, but what's a synonym to the ocean? And then you'll solve it. You'll be all about it. You puzzle solvers, you. Okay. All right. So on this necklace, we have there you go. Carrie got it. It is a seahorse. Perfect. 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 Great job. Welcome into Rizzy Cats, I think is what that said. I don't know why that's not updating on its own. Okay. To Dizzy Cats. Okay. We just have a toggle clasp here. It's not sterling silver. I have acid tested it. But we've got some really lovely, you know, vintage beads on here, varying sizes and shapes. This is almost like it almost looks like a gemstone, but it's not. It's just a glass bead, but it kind of has some different patterns in there. Some of these are wood. I believe that that's wood. And that one might even be too. But all those others are glass, glass, glass. And it keeps going down. And it's not symmetrical, as you see, because those beads are different. We got these 2 big ceramic ones. But it is sort of graduating in that as we come from the top, they're smaller. And they get bigger as we go up. Okay. So that's what that's looking like. Let me pull this up. This is not like this could have even been artisan made or made by somebody. I just think it's art glass kind of stuff. Let me find my listing. I'm obviously struggling finding it, but I know it's in there because I made it. There it is. Okay, so I'm moving this to stage now. I'm going to do a $12 start. And thanks for looking at that one. All right, 28 inches on this guy. So he's really going to take us right to the bottom on my neck over here. Okay, but that's what it's looking like. And of course, you know, we've got some really different kind of, sorry, I'm straightening this, variety of different beads. Okay. All right, I'm going to start the auction now for any takers on the black and white and red vintage necklace. $12 start. You guys can look at that while I grab another puzzle. We're almost through all the level ones. So at some point, okay, this one's going to take a little interpretation. Thank you for looking at that. So there's the next puzzle. So let's see if you can figure that out. I'm going to leave that right there. And I think I'm going to do some vintage, a buyer's choice. So I know there's some other people in here that I know are also resellers. So, you know, make sure everyone's out there supporting our resellers in whatever marketplace they're in. You know, I'm going to get to know the resellers in a virtual antique marketplace. I haven't, again, this is my first night in here, but in general, support your resellers. Go follow them. Go watch their videos. And I don't mean support by buying. Buy if you're interested. Buy because you want to. But you can still go and watch anytime if you're free and you're just multitasking. So we have some beautiful chandelier earrings there. They're really heavy. Okay. Those little red are little acrylic kind of rhinestone, but they're acrylic. But this is so heavy. I can't even express to you how heavy they are. And they hang down like 4 inches. No kidding. Okay. And then Mel is going to recognize these earrings. I have these silver tone. They are not sterling. I have tested them. But they're a beautiful example of what looks like an Art Deco style earring, that it was made in more modern time. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on to these for you. But they have a very Art Deco style about them, but they are not, they are just rhinestone glass pieces in there. But very, very pretty. Okay. So those are the 2 choices for this buyer's choice, is either one of the chandelier earrings. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're going to get more than 1 earring. Haha, I didn't mean to say 1. You're going to get a pair of earrings. Well, 1 chandelier earring. That's funny. Okay. So if anyone is interested in one of those 2 earrings, pairs, it is a $7 start. And I'm moving it to stage now. And the auction's running. Okay. Whoops. Again, that's how the chandelier earring is looking. I can't hold it very well. And then there is the more Art Deco style. We've got 8 seconds left. Good question. Okay. Well, I've been selling here for a while on District, so I can give you my best opinion on what to do. But at first, when you said it, I was like, for me? I thought you were saying it was for me. I was like, I don't think that I have anybody who's never received something. But you're saying in general, there's in another marketplace or with another reseller. Okay. You're saying, who would I contact about purchases I've made, but not sure the person logged them and I haven't received them? Okay. The first thing I would do if I were you is I would go to your own account on District, and you would look in kind of your like history or whatever. There's a place in District where you can go and look at the purchases you made. Now, a lot of times in these sales, people will have like buyer's choice, and they don't always have pictures in there. So I do. I always have pictures in mind, but sometimes it makes it hard for you to know what you actually purchased when you view them under like video receipts, because you either, so I didn't see the items. Yes, it was a buyer's choice because they might have multiple things listed there. So my best recommendation is honestly just to reach out to the actual seller. Just be kind. And, you know, I mean, people make mistakes. It's possible they're not trying to do you wrong. They just might have made a mistake or might have mismarked something. But you want to be confirmed that what you had purchased actually went through on your credit card. Sometimes people's credit cards, they get a failed payment, and that's because maybe they didn't update. Maybe you got a new credit card and you needed to put a new, like expiration date, or, it happens to all of us, it was at night. Okay. And so, but how long ago was it? Like how many purchases ago? In the last 5 purchases that you made? Or 50 purchases ago from your recollection? Maybe last Saturday. Okay, well, one thing you can do, especially if you can't remember who you thought you had bought it from, is go back into the the lives that have already happened, the live streams in the marketplaces where you spend your time. If you're often here in Virtual Antique Marketplace, or there's some other jewelry marketplaces here on district that are pretty big, you can go in and you can view, maybe you can go back into, I'll show you in my iPad. And it's good you ask this question, because if it happens to you, it could happen to anybody. So it's a question I'll do my best to answer. I'm just not, I'm not a professional. I can just tell you what I know. So on my iPad, at least, I'm going to take us into district. Okay. Now, if you go out of here, you see, there's certain marketplaces that I spend time in, but let's say you didn't know. Maybe you knew it was in Vintage Jewelry Addicts, or maybe you knew it was in Virtual Antique Marketplace. But let's go to Virtual Antique Marketplace. Hold on. And you can go into the live streams. So click on the live section. You can see that I'm actually live right now. But if you scroll all the way, you see how all these have dates that are up and coming? They haven't happened yet. If you keep scrolling, eventually what it'll say is it happened 1 day ago, 2 days ago. Here we go. Now it says previous. And these are all the previous sales. Okay. So if it happened a week ago, maybe, then if you scroll where it says 7 days, you might have to go a while. But all of the replays are in here. And it might at least remind you that October 11th was 7 days ago, because we're on the 18th. So I'm sure there's things in here that aren't necessarily jewelry, but you can go in, and on October 11th, look, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 live sales that happened that day, and it might spark your memory. But if it wasn't that marketplace, then go back out and go into one of the other marketplaces that you spend time in and look it up that way. And then that might remind you of whose sale you might have been in, because you have to figure out whose sale you were in so that you can then reach out to them via messaging on district. Or again, you can go in to your own notifications. Hold on, here's another way you can maybe try to figure it out. So notifications look like this, and you can scroll back, and that's a hard way to do it. An easier way for you to do it is maybe if you go to your own profile, and in your own profile on district, you have a little button that says orders. And if you click on that, then you can see all the orders that you've made. That'll take you back. Okay. So maybe you can look for one that was from a week ago. And then in the order, if you click on it, like I know I bought something from my friend in Lilyworks. You can click on it and it'll tell you, from my friend All Things Lovely, who the vendor is. And then you can even go right in there and message them. So that's what I would suggest, if that makes sense. I'm sorry for holding everyone else up with that question, but it was an excellent question, because if you have that question, other people do too. This is key to your heart. See, you had to kind of interpret a little bit more with the twos and the your, whatever. Okay, this one's probably a little easier to interpret. Try that one. Okay. I'm going to keep plugging along. Let's do some buyer's choice for some rings. I have here, sorry for the loud noise. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful. These are brass rings, very cool, brass, heavy, you know, more statement, thick rings, if you know what I mean. And so let me pull these up. They're different sizes. I think they're both size 8.5 actually. Okay. And I think I'm going to actually edit that to $5 start. So it's a $5 start, heavy brass rings, bronze, brass, you know, which, and you could choose. So let me start the auction. This one is more kind of got like, you know, looks like it's facets on a thing, but that's the way it looks. Kind of looks like a bolt a little bit. And then this is the other one kind of domed. Both of them kind of have that domed look about them. So we have 4 seconds left. And I appreciate you looking at that. Okay. Seller may not have till Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, really? So there was a holdup at the, oh, well, then that should be really easy. If you've only purchased from Vamp, then there's 5 sellers that were last Saturday. So that will really help narrow it down for you. So, okay. Let's do another buyer's choice. I have some brooches here. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, thank you. That's helpful because I appreciate that. My husband, what a nice guy. Thank you. He literally crawled in on his knees because he didn't want to be in the video because behind me, hold on. I know there's a way to flip you around. So here I am. Hi. He came in the door and he crawled on his knees to hand me, because he handed me another drink of, you know, I had a Coke here. So, anyways, hi everyone. Literally on his knees. What a good husband. That's all I got to say about that. Okay. So, all right. Where was I? What was I grabbing? Brooches. Yes. Brooches. Okay. So, I think it was these 3. So sweet. I agree. Okay. Did I already bring it? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So these are a $5 start. This is just a rhinestone, not prong set, although it looks prong set, but they are glued in. Heart brooch. It does have some dimension to it. You see it domes a little bit there. Okay. So it looks like that on the back. No brand, but that's one choice. Then I have this gold tone textured, beautiful brooch right there. Kind of a leaves. Okay. And that's what the back looks like. The gold tone looks fabulous. I just got to clean that edge up a little bit, apparently, but it's in excellent condition. Oh, you know what? It wasn't dirty. It was just reflection off the shiny parts versus the textured parts, because it's perfectly clean. And then I believe this one is Jerry's. Okay. Signed on the back. Where did I see it? Oh, right there. Okay. Textured silver tone. Lovely. These are lovely brooches in excellent condition. $5 start. I'm going to start the auction now for any takers on the beautiful brooches. Oops. We've got 11 seconds left. Oops. Just dropped one. It looks like that. Is everyone awake? Awake, everyone. Okay. So look at where the heart is on this guy. It will be a hint on what that puzzle is. The heart is somewhere on him that will help you come up with the answer to that one. Okay, thanks for looking at that. All right. So we're going to keep going here. I have some gold filled. I believe it's HG is the brand. Let me find the right ones here because I have multiple back here. Here it is. Okay. So on the back here of the twisting back, it says gold filled. It's hard for you to see it, but it does say it. And it has the letters HG, I believe. HG 1/20th 12 karat gold filled. And these are cool little earrings. It's like they're little lanterns. They have faux pearls there with little dangle. I don't know. I kind of think of them as lanterns, but I think that those are nice. My husband's sweet. He's also brought me, like, if I didn't get a chance to eat, he'll bring something to me, especially when you're on here for a while. Getting ready for a live show, I take several hours just getting ready, making all those pre-bids. And then, anyways, so let me pull that one up. Looking. Goodness gracious alive. Too many things in here. Oh, I need to quit going all the way to the bottom because I already ran those. Goodness gracious alive. There they are. Goodness gracious. Okay, so these are a $6 start, gold filled, 12 karat gold filled, the brand HG, and the auction is running now. Aren't we grateful for our supportive spouses? You've got 8 seconds left. And so the answer back here is where's heart? Let's see, heart on your sleeve. I wear my heart on my, oh, Carrie got it right as I said it. You're exactly right, Carrie. Perfect. Good job. We're almost out of level ones. Don't have many left, but there's your next one who liked the games in the background. Thank you for looking at those. Okay. I think what do I want to do next? Maybe I can do this demi-parure set. Demi-parure means that a parure set is a set where you have multiple pieces that go to the same vintage set. So they're like matching. A demi-parure set is like a smaller, like only 2 or 3 pieces to the set versus 4 or 5. But in this case, I have a beautiful brooch here, textured. We've got Aurora Borealis, over a blue, like blue. The stone underneath there is probably like some sort of, maybe like a topazzy, and then it's got Aurora Borealis over it. It almost looks like grapes, but I don't know if that's supposed to be what that's like. There is no brand on this brooch. Oh, is that a brand right there? Hold on. Well, I don't think that's a brand. But I did find this brooch just by itself for like $38 on a Google search, just by itself. But then this set has earrings that go with it. They have faux pearls in there, more rhinestones, more of those little grape-looking things. And the clip backs look there. They show a little bit of wear on the back, but these are vintage things. I'm going to put these on my hand so that you can view them together. But that's what we call a demi-parure set because it all goes together. Isn't that nice? All right, let me pull it up. And again, I found just the brooch. I think for like $38. You could look it up yourself. But I'm going to offer both of these together for 21 starting bid. So for any takers on that, there you go. A lovely demi-perure set. Let me give you a close-up. Looking like that. The gold tone looks great. Thank you for looking. Okay. So let me know if you figure out that puzzle. All right. Well, I've definitely gotten to halfway, and I've only had one purchase, which is fine. Some nights are off. Some nights are crazy, slammed. But home sweet home is it. You got it. But I said in the first half that I would do a giveaway. So it looks like Misty, I don't even have to draw her name. I know she's probably not still in here, but I'm going to let you guys pick which ones you want me to give to Misty, and I'll save the other ones for the second half of my show. So the giveaway that I'm going to send with Misty's purchase, which is she's the, virtual antique marketplace. She's the like founder of it or whatever you want to call. So we have the twist back earrings looking like that. These are just silver tone, but they are prong set. That's choice one. Or do you guys think I should send her the gold filled hoops? Now these I intentionally didn't clean yet because I wanted to clean them in front of you. But you know, these things, even gold tone things can get tarnished. On the little lever right here, it does have marks for gold filled. It's hard for you to read it because it's so small. It might be on this other one. Hold on, I gotta look under my loop. Yeah, it's not on that one. Oh, here it is. It says, oh, you know what it says? It says 925 and it says 1/20 10 carat. Okay. Which is like a vermeil kind of vermeil. But see how brown it is? I'm going to shine it up and then you can decide. See how brown it is? It is mixed tones, but it's nice to revive things sometimes and bring them back to life. Now my hands are going to turn black after I do this. But they're going to look like brand new, you know, they're going to look like completely different earrings. And I intentionally didn't clean them so I could just do it for you guys. See how dirty it made my hands because the cloth's dirty. But look at, see how much better they look? Okay, versus that. So which ones do you guys tell me in the chat. Do you want me to send the rhinestone twist back prong set earrings? Or do you want me to send the gold filled hoops? The hoops, okay. I'll send the hoops. Very nice. And they're like, you know, they're marked 925, but they're also marked gold filled, which might be, you know, I don't know if maybe gold. I've never seen a thing like that where they've gold filled with 925. I've only seen 925 where they have, it's vermeil and it's been, you know, it's got a thick layer of, you know, actual gold, not gold filled, but actual 14 karat gold or actual 10 karat gold layered over the sterling silver. And that's called vermeil. But I've never seen a mark for gold filled over sterling. So that's very interesting. But anyways, so I will send it her way. Thank you so much for letting me or giving me your opinion on that. hold on one second. I got to get a baggie. All right. I will finish cleaning those later. Okay. Home sweet home is it. You got it, Carrie. They're very light, when you're talking about, a lot of times that, precious metal jewelry can be very light. So home sweet home is it. You got it. Thank you for looking at that. Okay. Oh, well, that's the easiest one ever. Like, okay, we definitely need to move on to level 2. Hold on. I'm just going to move this for a second while I send this back here. So I've done all that. I've done all that. I've done all that. Oh, so let's do, this is a more pricey item, but this is a sterling silver, all sterling silver bead necklace. This is pricey. So it is it's on a chain that's like a thicker chain. It's like a rope chain. And then it's got a lobster claw, sterling silver clasp. It's also got sterling silver beads. I've tested all of them. They are, in fact. And, it's pretty heavy. You go and you look up. A lot of times, like Mexico or places will like make these, then they can be in the hundreds, that 200, like very expensive. Now, this is not good graduating, and the actual size of these beads are, smaller in size. But most of the comps I was looking at was looking, in the area of 120, 150, sometimes 200 for prices for something like this. So it is a beautiful necklace, all sterling silver, and it hangs 18 inches. Absolutely stunning. It's a $48 start, all sterling. Beautiful. Not what everyone's looking for, but for those that understand sterling and the value of it, that is a steal. I'm going to start the auction now on the, sterling silver. I think at least for jewelry from Mexico, I think they call these, they like call them like sterling pearls or something, because it's not pearls, it's sterling, but obviously they're kind of shaped like pearls. I mean, I'm probably butchering what they call it, something like that. Okay. Cool beans. We will keep going. I think I'm going to come back here and grab this little guy. I actually bought from a friend of mine on another marketplace. And at the time, I think I did. No, or maybe I had it and she commented on it once when I brought it to a sale. I think that's it. I think I didn't buy it from her. I think I already had it. And then she commented on what it actually is. And I didn't know this, but this is actually like a brass. It's super heavy, very old, kind of, I don't know if for horses, like they'll decorate their actual like harnesses that are on their body. It's like an ornament for a horse. And it goes this way, but the straps somehow for it loop through here, down one, up another. And it's like, it's horse ornament. It's like whatever, but you can go and look up stuff like this. But this particular one has sort of a Celtic cross style about it. But here's the deal. You could easily turn this into a pendant. How cool of a pendant is that? It is almost 4 inches long, about 2 3/4 inches wide. It is so significant and heavy and such a cool piece. Anyways, I have a $12 start for anyone interested in the Celtic cross horse ornament. I think I had it in my antique booth years ago. And then when I brought it to a sale once, my friend told me about what it actually was, because I couldn't claim to know. Isn't that neat? It's so interesting and old for sure. Okay. Stick our little friend right there and we'll keep going. And this is like turned just the way it's turned where the light hits it and it bugs me. So I don't want that light in y'all's eyes. There we go. That's better. See how thoughtful I am, worried about it in your eyes? Okay. All right. So let's go for another beautiful statement necklace. And did anyone guess this one? It's exactly what it shows it is. Take a guess. What's your first name, Mrs. Thrift Shops? If you're comfortable with sharing, because I'd love to be able to refer to people as their first name when I'm like in Michelle. Perfect. I kind of write these down so I can remember when I come back, when we come back from another sale, when I'm doing another live, that if you pop back in, I'll be able to go, oh, it's Michelle. Hi, Michelle, because not everyone's username is part of their actual name. Okay, so what was I grabbing? Oh, this statement necklace. Oh, I'm sorry. Can anyone solve that? It's exactly what it looks like. It's a car wash. Get it? Okay. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with tennis. So to get that part out of your head, but see if you can figure that one out. While I grab this incredible statement necklace below it. Okay. From running Google searches on this, there were some that came up looking similar to like a different brand. I think it was like St. Ives or I don't know, something. But the clasp on that one is different, although the necklace looks very similar. But in this case, I did find many comps that the clasp looks exactly the same as a Goldette necklace. That basically it's 5 strands and it's got all these curved, bar links. Okay, and it is somewhat sort of cascading. I mean, they're pretty long, but so let me get this on the neck so I can get you to look at it in the way it's supposed to be looked at. Sorry, trying to get it. All right. So it's something like that, but it's so long that I can't actually lift it to show you. So, well, I can lift it, but it's, they're similar in length. And look at those cool bar links and the way they hang, okay? And look at the beautiful clasp in the back. Sometimes you can bring clasps around to the front and you can use that in part of the way you wear the piece, but you can't do it on this one because of the way that all of these hang. But anyways, super long, as you see there. But my guess is it's possibly an unsigned Goldette necklace, another vintage brand, but it's unsigned, so I can't prove that. But I will, if you Google Lens it, that's what you get. That's what you get. Hold on, let me pull it up from my store. All right, so I have now the Goldette ones I found were like 50. I mean, you can look it up yourself. 55, even there, I think I actually found one that was 75. I think I found a $50 comp listing comp and a $75 one for that necklace. But I have a $29 start on it. It's a super cool necklace, and football is it. You got it, Mel. 2 people, and Miss Thrift Shop's got it. Good job, guys. And I'm letting that auction run real quick. I have to go to the restroom. Usually I don't have to stop and do that, but in this case I do. So I'm going to be right back. You guys can ponder that, or actually that's over right now. So I'm going to get a level 2. This will keep you guys busy because they get a little harder once we get to level 2. But you might still solve that pretty fast. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Any guesses? I mean, that one actually isn't that hard. You probably could figure it out. Okay, so thanks for looking at that super cool vintage necklace. Let's see what else I got here. I got another buyer's choice of some beautiful brooches. Okay, time flies is it. Good job. She's on it. Good job. I'm going to just stay with level 2. Let's see if y'all can figure that one out. Just phrases. Okay, so all right. For one brooch in particular, well, they're all beautiful, but this is an amazing deal. 3 gorgeous brooches. This one is Cremants. It is signed on the back right here. Usually Cremants is in teeny little letters right there. These are prong set rhinestones. And there's a little bit of, sometimes rhinestones over time can get a little bit grayed. So a little bit of graying going on, but still a beautiful brooch. So you got the Cremants brooch. And then this one does not have a brand on it. Gold tone, it looks perfect, but that is a real pearl, prong set real pearl there in the center with that leaf brooch. And then the last option is an art, A-R-T. This is gold filled in, that's an opal, prong set opals. Now, I think when I go and look this one up in particular, let's look it up. This one's beautiful. I mean, this one to me is the most valuable in this $11 buyer's choice. We can't go wrong with that. But let's look it up, and I'm going to show you. For those of you who don't know, using a great something that's already on your phone, something called Google Lens, is a great tool for helping to maybe identify some things that maybe sometimes when you're not sure where to start trying to figure out the value of something. Now, mind you, these are prices that are listing prices, not sold prices. So to understand, but what you do is you can take a visual picture of something, which is what I've done. And that it's going to do a visual search based on what it looks like. And it'll immediately come up with art. And most of these brooches, again, it'll say gold filled, opal, prong set. But there's a $29 one. There's a $32 one. And I have the box, okay, too, which is here. Now it has a different, I don't know why it doesn't say art on it unless it's Danzel is part of art, but this is the same box that they're showing here for that one. Okay. It's the same exact brooch. And so that is the deal of the century right there. But the other two are lovely as well. But I just wanted to show you that. So really comps in around, 30, where they range closely bunched around $30 more likely. But anyways, this is an $11 start, buyer's choice, and I'm going to start the auction now for any takers on that, any of those brooches. And we've got 10 seconds left. And welcome in Autumn's End, just doing a buyer's choice on some brooches. Okay, so on this puzzle, you gotta gotta interpret a little bit to do it, but I bet you guys can figure out. It's a phrase. I know you guys can figure it out. Okay, let me come back to some more rings. I think I will do, actually, let's do this one. This is not a buyer's choice. But this is most likely Swarovski crystals. I've seen a lot of jewelry and rings and necklaces where we have these bezel set rhinestones. And quite often they're Swarovski. Now, I don't know for sure it's Swarovski, but that's just one part of this, okay? So this is a size 5 beautiful ring. But when I Google Lens this, everything I read said that it had uranium glass in it. So I think the green ones, I'm going to turn this light off here. And under ultraviolet light, we get some uranium glass, which, I always forget to look for the uranium glass, but there you go. Okay. So that one there and those two, I don't know if there's another one under it because there's a whole bunch of different colors, but clearly it's the green ones that light up. Woo, it's a light show. Okay. So anyways, but most of the other comps that I found had marks on the inside that said like gold filled or gold electroplated, or they had marks of some type. But this, and they look exactly the same as this one. It was textured, looks like this, but on the inside, they had marks. This has no marks, nothing on the inside, which tells me that, someone made one that looks similar, but it isn't exactly, So this is probably gold plated or something, but it's like a brand new ring, and it doesn't change the fact that it's uranium. I believe probably bezel set Swarovskis. It's a beautiful ring. Now I do wear a size 5, 5.5 sometimes, but let's see if I can get it on my finger. There we go. But isn't that fun? Okay. But the ones that were like gold filled or gold whatever, there were prices much higher, like up into the 50, 75, much higher. But the other ones that I didn't find one that didn't have marks. All of the ones I found had marks in it, and this one doesn't. So I, of course, brought the price down really low, but it's still uranium glass, and it literally is like brand new. So let me, I think, I don't know, maybe the lowest comp I found was like $50 or $60. It wasn't, there was a comp that was $100 again, but they were marked. So I think this is just gold plated. And I'm going to do a starting price of here. I'm gonna update this and make it 19. I had it at 21, but I'm gonna lower it and I'm going to run it. Love this ring. It might have to be a ring I keep if no one buys it because it fits me so well. Okay, anyways, auction is running. Again, uranium glass. It's harder for you to see it. But, well, when the light's not off, you can't see, but it is. I'll show it again when I'm done letting this run. You're only going to be able to see it well. Oh, you can see it. I just wasn't aiming it right. So there you go. Uranium glass. Cool. And I think I just might keep it on. How about that? Maybe I've just adopted it. It's meant to be. I think I'll just keep it. Okay. So let's keep going. So this is an apple a day keeps the doctors away, or keeps the doctor away. Get it? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Woohoo. Okay. This one's funny. You see, level 2 gets hard. Those are not cherries. Those are not strawberries. Those are, it's a fruit, but people consider it a vegetable you put on salads all the time. I don't want to say it because I'll give it away. Okay, let's do this textured brooch here. No brand. It's just on a gold tone 22-inch necklace. Texture kind of reminds me of a pretzel, to be honest. This is what the back's looking like. The actual pendant's looking right at about 2.5 inches. And you've got a vintage chain there. A $6 start on that one for anybody interested. Yes, it has something to do with tomato. But the phrase, can you think of any phrases that have to do with tomatoes? Where it's this way or this way. There's like a phrase that people will say, and it has to do with the pronunciation of it. There's a big hint for you. Pronunciation. Okay. Let's do this hematite necklace, vintage hematite necklace. Well, you might be meaning to say it. It's tomato, tomato. You know how you pronounce it both ways. Tomato, tomato. That's what it is. So good job. Okay, here's another phrase. You probably will get that one quickly. All right, so hematite, obviously a very recognizable gray to blackish kind of stone. This has got a twisting barrel clasp, definitely vintage with round beads coming all the way down to those, okay? Sometimes hematite to itself can be magnetic, and that's why you'll see sometimes those bracelets that you can twist around and they'll stick to each other, the beads. But some hematites, it's magnetic if I put a magnet on it, but some hematite is actually magnetic to itself. Here, we're going to get a little bit of magnetism. You can see it pulls it, okay? But like I said, you can also have, whatever. So this necklace is a 22-inch. Is that right? No. It's a 19-inch. I have a $6 start on it for any takers on the hematite necklace. I'll put it up here on the neck and you can see what it looks like. There you go. It hangs well. Sometimes you can get necklaces that have been, mushed in bags of jewelry and they don't always look that great, but this hangs really well. We've got 5 seconds left. Okay. Thanks for looking. Okay. What else do I have here that I haven't run yet? I have to come up here. I have a set, 2 earrings that are bought together. It's like a set of 2 earrings. They are twist back, kind of basket weave in style. So let me show you these. You got it yet? Thinking. Okay. So the first earring, this is just gold tone, but a really lovely, no gold tone loss at all. Sort of a basket weave about the dangle, and no brand. but very clean. And, you know, it's a solid, well-constructed earring. It doesn't feel like a cheap earring at all. It actually feels like a quite quality earring. And then here are some more kind of basket weave style gold tone hoops that are also, you know, screw back there. So this one is a set of 2 pairs of earrings. Let me put them in my hand so they'll hang right. Okay. So looking like that, 2 pairs. It's a $5 start for both of them. Not a buyer's choice. It's for both of them. And the auction's running now. And we got 9 seconds left. I'm opening my Coke. My favorite Cokes are a Coke called they're Coke Zero, but they have like this cherry flavor that I love. And it's like you can't always find it at stores, but it's one of my favorite. Okay. We don't have a lot left here, people. I have this bracelet we need to do, this gold filled bracelet. I have these we need to do. I have these we need to do, as well as these. I'm just bringing them down so I know which ones I have left. I already did those. I already did those. I did those. I did those. I did that. I did that. I did that. I did that. I have to do this one. I did all those. I did that, and I have to do this one. All right. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more auctions left to the end of tonight's show. Yes, it is. I like it. Well, because I don't need all those calories, and I don't drink a ton of Cokes, but sometimes I think those Coke Zeros might still have caffeine in them. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge soda drinker, but when I drink them, that's what I drink. Okay. And I have some of the things back here to run. So let me run one of those. I have these really cool gloves. Sorry, my scene's falling apart back here. So these are actually children's gloves. Okay. And they're still like it's attached there with a little string. That's how they were when someone bought them. So no one's worn these ever. It's got the original tag in it. They were $6.95 from Joseph Horn and Company. Don't know that, but it says 6.5 real kid washable, made in Belgium. So I have a pretty small hand, but I'm sure they won't fit me, but I'll try them on. No, they are definitely a kid's. I have a pretty small hand and I can't get my hand in there. So if there's a dress up occasion for a child, what a fun, beautiful. These are leather. Look at the beautiful little ruffling going on there at the end. Okay. So some beautiful leather, still new with its price tag at least. Gloves, children's gloves. And I'm going to lower that to 7. Done. And we're going to start the auction now. If you have any grandkids with little hands, they have an occasion to be dressed up, but they're like perfect. There's no stains in them because they are, in fact, they haven't been used, which is pretty amazing when you think about vintage things. how that something can be so old and still never used. Thank you for looking at that. So I really appreciate those that have been hanging with me tonight. And those of you, I don't believe the Miss Thrift Shops has ever been to one of my shows. So I appreciate you hanging out with us. It's nice to meet new people for sure. Let me put these back here. I had a way to prop them up so they wouldn't like fall all the way back behind the stuff. I think I put this little thumb over it and then it would stay. You see? So talented, I know. What can I say? All right. So, hint, hint on our little puzzle here. It's something you would say to somebody. It's a figure of speech where the thing that you're trying to figure out is not that hard to figure out. You would say to them this phrase. So that's what I'm going to say about that. My thing is falling apart, clearly. I'm going to have to super glue it together. All right. So let's move on. I'm going to do this whole little batch of earrings. This is for all of the earrings, okay? We have some beautiful, these are Marvella faux pearl. They're just acrylic. They are acrylic, but the luminescent look on them is really nice. And they are marked with Marvella back there. Okay, so clip back. And then you also would get these mint green acrylic button earrings made in Japan. They're marked Japan right there. Okay, so that's going to come with it. And then these are also made in Japan, just little teeny studs. That's basically how they did studs when they had clip-on earrings. Okay, so let me see if I can put all of these on my finger for you guys to look at. And it's for all of them. So there you go. And right, Mel, if you're still there, you understand putting all this stuff in your hands takes practice, right? It's not, sometimes we're dropping them half the time, but it's a $5 start. All of those acrylic faux pearl, Marvella signed, Japan signed, $5 for all 3 pairs. And the auction's running now. And we've got 11 seconds left. And I appreciate you taking a look at those. So I think the only thing left back here, I have another handkerchief, and I also have a little like trinket / jewelry box that I'm going to show you guys. Okie dokie. Okay, so no guesses on this. The phrase is, it's not rocket science. Not rocket science. See? Woohoo! Okay. Okay, that one's a good one. So that's the next one for you to solve. Okay, I have a couple rings here that are gold tone. Oh my God, I couldn't get it. It's all right. They're fun little word puzzles. Sometimes it'll come and it'll be like immediate, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I totally know what that is." And sometimes it'll just like, even with hints, it'll be like, "I have no clue." I have 2 gold tone. They're very Avon-like, but they are not marked as Avon. But this one is an enameled sort of peach colored domed ring, gold tone. And the gold tone looks fabulous. It's got no marks on the inside. Let me pull this up because I think I wrote the sizes. Oh, you know what I did? I also pulled it in here, some of my stuff that I put online. I put a whole bunch of online stuff, but I'm not going to run those. Where are the rings? So confused. Oh, here they are. Okay, I'm going to make them a $7 start. They both are in like new condition. Okay. One is a 6 and one is a 7. So let's see which one this one is. Where's my ring sizer? Probably like dropped it. Oh, here it is. So, okay, so that one's the 6. Okay. Also similar to what could fit on my finger, a little big, but that's enameled. It's in excellent condition. Gold tone. And then this one's gold tone as well, but that is an actual rock. I'm sorry, rose quartz. So it's got some little rhinestones in there, and it's got a rose quartz center prong set little stone. Again, this is in great condition, but there's no marks on it. Okay, but I know it's not gold. That's why. And the safety pin is also not gold. But, obviously our precious metals, gold and sterling silver, are not magnetic. But these are in excellent condition. So this would be a buyer's choice. This one's a size 7. This one's a size 6. And I'm starting the auction now. The enameled or the rose quartz rings. And that's what they're looking like. And 3, 2, and 1. All right. Thanks for looking at that. All right. I've got a necklace here that I believe is Napier. Oh, what size is the pink? Okay, hold on. So I've got, this one's rose quartz. So I don't know what you mean by pink, because that's kind of pink. They both look pink. But the rose quartz, I think this one is 7. Okay. And this had a tag on it. It was a tag that literally said rose quartz. So it's like new. It's never been worn. And then this one is a 6, I believe. Yeah, 6. Do you want me to rerun it? Okay, no problem. Okay. I'm starting the auction now on that one. Well, it's a buyer's choice. Mid-century wasted. Welcome in, welcome in. What did I do with the other ring? But you could choose the other one too. But I know she's interested in this one. The little rose quartz, size 7. And there you go. And I know, Miss Thrift Shops, Michelle, that you said you've only bought out of Vamp before, but you can go in and follow me up here, or if you're on a phone, because, I sell out of a couple different marketplaces. Like next week, I have a show on Monday, and then I have a show on Thursday, and then I think I have another show in this marketplace on Saturday. So I do combined shipping. So for some people, I'll hold on to their items, like if they only ordered 1 or 2 things, until there's another show, so I can benefit them for progressive shipping. So you let me know if you want me to hold on to that through my other shows, and you'll be able to know when my shows are, because if you follow me, then go to my profile. I'm going to show you on the iPad. Hold on. Let me show you how to find it. So like if we're just in district, or like here we're in the virtual antique marketplace, but if you know how to find the people, this is my actual profile. Okay. So if you go to my profile and then go under lives right here, then you can see the sale we're in. But I have a show on Monday. I have a show on Thursday. I have a show next Saturday. I have a whole bunch of scheduled shows. And then if you keep going, again, you can go view all of my past lives. Okay. If you ever wanted to just to watch. But that's the thing I was trying to tell you. You could look up the thing you weren't sure about. But anyways, so I realized some of the other things and the only reason it's important for you to be able to view it that way, Michelle, is if you've usually only watched shows out of virtual antique marketplace, you wouldn't necessarily find me until next Saturday, when in fact I'm still doing 2 more sales. They're just in a different marketplace, which you can enter through my profile, just so you know, and just as an option. So, but I'm happy to ship it out just by itself too. So you can let me know. Let me get a baggie here. That's a cute ring. And like I said, brand spanking new. So I'm happy for you. Mrs. I'm not going to write the whole username. I'm just going to write Mrs. Thrift. There we go. No worries. No worries. Okay. And then not that we're going to have a lot in the giveaway to choose from. So you're probably going to end up with those twist back earrings. Michelle, do you wear twist back earrings? Because if you don't, and these end up being a giveaway, that if you are in fact the only, then I can find some cute crystal earrings that are not twist back if you only wear pierced. So you'll have to let me know. All right, let's keep going here. All right. All right, so this is gold filled. It's a beautiful bangle. It's hinged. It's old. But if you open it here, you have to press this little button here. Sorry, it opens easy. There's a little bar there. And then on that bar is, no, I don't only wear pierced. So you will wear twist back. Is that what you're saying? No, I don't only pierced. Oh, you only wear pierced. No, only pierced. No problem. So if it ends up that the other giveaways for you, I will go in and find, a pair of earrings, probably clear crystal that can match everything, and, send those so that you can benefit from that. But anyways, here's the marks there. And it says 1/20th 12 karat gold filled. And then before it has the letters WEH. So this is a 1/2 inch wide. This is a very big bangle. You go and look at these online for gold filled bangles like this, especially this thick. You're looking at $150, $175. They're not cheap. They're beautiful bangles. But this particular one that I have here, like I said, is 13 millimeters wide, which is about a 1/2 inch. And yeah, I'm offering it for like half of what it is if you go and Google Lens it. So it's a $75 start. It's 7.25 inches, and it's a beautiful etched. And I think some people might actually go in and put like initials. They might engrave their initials there. We've got 5 seconds left. And thank you for looking at that. Okay. What was the other necklace that I had here? I think it was the pearls. And then I had something else there. Oh, that other necklace. Okay. So here is a gold tone, what I believe to be a Napier necklace, although I cannot find a mark on it. I did find a Google Lens. I did Google Lens it, and I found a necklace that was almost it was exactly the same. Here, I'm going to show it to you. And it said Napier, and it had the same little cabochon. Those are acrylic, 4 different colors, and it's like a little X-link. It's got a vintage fold-over clasp, which is right there, but no mark. I mean, no maker's mark. And so I'm putting this on the neck here, but I'm So that's what it looks like there. It's a longer, you'd probably use it for layering. Let me find it real quick here. Where did I put it? It's right here. Okay, so I'm moving that to stage. I had a $7 start on it, but I want to show you because I texted it to myself. So here was the Napier necklace that I found that was exactly the same. So if, let me scroll through. If you look, you see how it's got the little X links with the 4 colors there in the same order. Oh, theirs is in a different order, so it must not be Napier. Or it's opposite. No, it's not opposite. This one's purple, red, blue, green, and that one's blue, green, red, purple. So it must be like a knockoff of Napier, maybe, because this one is actually marked Napier on it, but I can't find a mark on mine, although it looks literally exactly the same. Great condition, 20 inches, gold tone looks great. Auction's running now on that. And so it's like a, obviously X-Link with a little, cabochons. Those are acrylic cabochons. Okay, thanks for looking at that. Okay, I've got a lovely, okay, so for anyone who couldn't figure that one out, this one is a market crash. Market crash. Oh, let's see. Let me just say, that's not a pickle. That's the only hint I can give you. It's not a pickle. It's another kind of food, but not a pickle. All right. So I have this lovely, it is just a little trinket box. You can see it's lined with like red felt. I believe this is inlaid like bamboo or wood or some type. And I want to say this little trinket box, because when I went and Google Lensed it, a lot of them came from like Russia or Ukraine or over somewhere else but where we live. It's like obviously carved like plastic of some type. And that's what it's looking like. But you can see it all over Google. When I Google Lens it, it comes up. So it's a great little trinket box. It's 4 inches long and 3 inches wide. And yeah. So let me pull that up. And the cheapest I found it on online, like in Google listings, was 15. But I'm offering it for 11. And I'm starting the auction now. So you can see all the little carving and that. I haven't even cleaned the top. Perhaps if I clean the top, it could look even better. Hold on. Let's see if it makes a difference. Not sure. That's it. You got it, Michelle. It's cool as a cucumber. That's right. Good job. Oh, so much better. There you go. So now it looks great. If anyone wants me to rerun it, you let me know. It didn't look great before, but now it looks great. So there you go. And I'll do one more puzzle before we call it a night. Got a couple more auctions to run here unless someone wants me to rerun something. Okay, how about that one? See if you can figure that one out. All right, So I have a beautiful pendant here that welcome in Deja Vu Vintage. It's like like a material that's underneath there, and it's like padded a little bit. And here, let me let you look close up. There we go. And I go in and I look and I see these. This is copper, but it's kind of you can see that it's older, and it hasn't been cleaned up. So it's definitely got I don't know if you'd call it tarnish or you want to call it, um, what it looks, what's the word I can't think of? Yes, she got it. Good job. Now I can't think of the word, patina, patina. There you go. It does have lovely colors. So, it's a pendant, and, that's an acrylic stone there up at the top. That's acrylic. But these are all like little glass seed beads. And actually, to be honest, let me move this to stage. Those little beads almost look like cat's eye, because you definitely get that little cat's eye effect. Okay. But I'm going to run the auction now. It's the pendant by itself. It is beautiful. I agree, Mel. I agree. So, and I forgot to say, but it's about 3 inches with the bail. Oh, no, it's about 2.5 inches with the bail. I forgot to put that size there. Okay. Let me say this. It's a store. That's a big hint. Okay. So I have, this is a buyer's choice as well. 2 very fun kind of statement rings. Okay. Let me pull this one up. Now, this ring in particular, you can go Google Lens it yourself. It's got the name in it, Kiam Family, Kiam Family. It's they do necklaces. I've had other jewelry by them. Very well made. This is a domed pave crystal, and they're prong set rhinestones. They are not glued in. It's really well made. This particular one is a size 5, but if you Google Lens this, I found comp for $50. Like, it's like a really nice ring. And this one's in really good condition. I have another statement ring here. This is faceted glass. This is also a pave ball. It has all these balls of different sizes. Now, those are glued in balls rather than prong set, faux pearl. Anyways, and so that ring is, I'm going to put this one here. There we go. It doesn't have a brand in it. So I think this one's much nicer. Again, you could Google Lens it and see that yourself. But so I have an $18 start buyer's choice. This one's the size 5, and this one is the 6 1/4. Okay, cool. Thank you for looking. I might take every single ounce of this and use it on my Monday show. That means Mel's going to have to see all the same stuff. But there's people that were not at this show that would be at my Monday show, and it's all still here. So why would I redo it when it's all there? But anyways, this is Old Navy. Old Navy. Okay, I will grab one more because I have one last. Oh, here's a good one. We'll end with this one. And I have to do that handkerchief that's up there. So there's the picture. Welcome in, ma'am. Mama SLN. So that's the picture to try to solve that. And then it's this handkerchief right here is the last thing I'm going to run tonight. It also is a 12 by 12. It's just right now you're only seeing 1/4 of it because it's folded up and flipped over the thing, but I'm not going to take it down. But it is beautiful, vintage, gorgeous handkerchief. It does have a teeny bit of like aged yellowing kind of right there. Very slight. But a nice little handkerchief, vintage handkerchief. Let me pull that up. And I'm going to make that a $3 start. And I'll start the auction now on that. Yes, no kidding. Mel, Granny's Vintage right there, is also a reseller that I know. And she knows all the work it takes to put into these shows, which I did the entire day. And so if Mel, as long as you don't mind sitting through some of the same stuff, I may do that. I may not. I may do that exact thing. But guess what? Michelle, woohoo, wins a giveaway for the second half of my show. So I will, in fact, I'll find you an earring that we can add with your ring. Now, here's the question, Michelle. Would you like me to hold on to your order? Because I have a show on Monday, and I also have a show. But Monday is going to be the same show, so you're going to see all the same stuff. So maybe that's not benefiting you. But again, I'll have a show on Thursday. Both of those are in Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And then next Saturday, I'll have another show in here. So it's an option to benefit you for, progressive shipping. So I can either ship it out tomorrow and it can get to you quickly. But then you with the one purchase, you just have the $5 versus adding the 50 cents each, or I can hold on to it. So you tell me what you would prefer that I do. And again, for me, I know you don't normally watch things outside of Vamp, but the way you can find me is if you go to my profile and click under my lives, then you can see where I'm doing shows and all that. So you let me know, or if I don't hear from you here, maybe you already left, I can send you a message. So I appreciate everyone hanging out, all my regular people. And now I probably put everyone to sleep. It's only 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to go down and watch a movie with my husband, who was the nice man who literally on his knees brought me, a drink for my thirstiness. So does anyone know what this one is? It is Missed the Bus. She's running after the bus and she's sad. Get it? Okay. All right. Very well. Thanks, everyone. And Mel, I'm so glad you mentioned the thing about not being able to find me, because now we know why. Because it was a different. But in the future, if you always go, no worries. Hey, Michelle, do you want me to ship it out to you tomorrow, or do you want me to hold on to it for some other shows I'm having upcoming so you can benefit from progressive shipping? What would you prefer? I'm happy to do either. Because if you're in another one of my shows, then you're only paying 50 cents rather than $5 plus 50 cents. Good night, Carrie. You see, you're probably not ready for bed yet, but I'm glad I entertained you. Good night. Michelle, did you hear my question? Do you want me to go ahead and ship it, or do you want me to hold on to it for some upcoming shows that I'm having where you can benefit from progressive shipping, meaning your ring and your giveaway? No problem. I'll hold on to it. And if you follow me, then you can always go to my profile and click on live, and you can see any shows I have upcoming and what's going on with that. So anyways, perfect. Well, I'm glad everyone hung out with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed all the beautiful lovelies. And you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Thanks for coming. Bye, everyone. Goodbye from Terry. Go follow me. Go follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers, and I'm so close. I don't know. I probably have around 920. So if you like, unboxing videos, unjarrings, jewelry hauls, And there's hundreds of videos there for you to check out to put you to sleep. So anyways, thanks again, guys. Bye. I suppose I could raid into somebody. I don't have many people to raid from. She probably already has 1 million people. I'm just going to end the stream. I don't know who that is.